This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. I'm Kate Sharon. As part of its fiscal third quarter earnings report released Tuesday, Jasper-based Kimball Electronics announced plans to divest its automation, test, and measurement business. The company said the business segment played a major factor in its net loss of $6.1 million for the quarter, compared to a net income of $16.4 million during the same period last year. Specific details on the planned divestiture were scarce, but CEO Rick Phillips said the move will allow Kimball to increase the focus and support of its core electronics manufacturing services business. Wealthy Fort Wayne businessman Chuck Surak has joined the Indy 11 soccer team as a co-owner and financer amid a fight between franchise leaders and city officials to secure a Major League Soccer club for Indianapolis. Surak, who sold a controlling stake of his $1.6 billion company Sweetwater Sound in 2021, joins Indy 11 majority owner Ursal Ozdemir and 8 other wealthy individuals and families in funding the United Soccer League Championship team as part of its efforts to develop the $1.5 billion 11 Park project and move to the MLS. Surak's addition is set to bolster a group of investors that already includes the Ricker and Taylor families, Jeff Labersky of the Heritage Group, and Fred Merritt with LFM Investments, among others. He is also being touted by the club as the first billionaire to join the team's ownership ranks, although his net worth was not revealed. South Bend-based Beacon Health System has been awarded $5.4 million from the Federal Health Resources and Services Administration for the Healthy Start Initiative, eliminating disparities in perinatal health. Spread across 5 years, the award enables Beacon to launch its Michiana Family Journey program to enhance birth outcomes, promote health equity, and eliminate health disparities. Kimberly Green Reeves, Executive Director of Beacon Community Impact.
Where we're really looking to increase prenatal and postpartum support for mothers and infants. We're able to do that by having community health workers and social workers available to assist.
With service geared towards Elkhart and St. Joseph counties, the program will collaborate with community partners to integrate clinical and community-based services, improve maternal and infant home visits, provide care coordination, and enhance community awareness on maternal and infant health, Beacon said. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana, your bold future starts here. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, our Engage Indiana events take place in every region of the state. Discover when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/engage.
2 State House incumbents lost their re-election bids Tuesday night, while several others appeared to hold on despite slim margins. With 97% of the votes counted in Western Indiana's House District 13 race, 5-term Republican incumbent Representative Sharon Negley lost the GOP nomination to military veteran and high school teacher Matthew Commons, whose campaign promises include supporting rural Hoosiers' autonomy and access to broadband, in addition to redirecting state tax dollars for teacher recruitment and retention. Former Hobart City Councilman Senator David Vincent, sworn in on the first day of the 2024 legislative session, lost his primary race to Mark Spencer. Vincent narrowly won in a January Democratic caucus vote over Spencer, a teacher and Gary councilman, to succeed Eddie Melton. Melton left the Senate after winning Gary's mayoral race in late 2023. In the House, 26 races were contested for the GOP and 6 for Democrats. 8 open seats drew 24 hopefuls, but many of the chamber's incumbents faced no primary competition. 2 professors are challenging an Indiana law creating new regulations on faculty tenure at public colleges and universities, and a federal lawsuit filed Tuesday. The law mirrors conservative-led efforts in other states to influence higher education viewed as unfriendly or hostile to conservative students and professors. The 2 professors at Purdue University Fort Wayne, represented by the American Civil Liberties Union of Indiana, want portions of the law blocked before it takes effect July 1st. Under the law signed by Governor Eric Holcomb in March, governing boards must review tenured professor status every 5 years. Schools have to create a policy preventing faculty from gaining tenure or promotions if they are, quote, unlikely to foster a culture of free inquiry, free expression, and intellectual diversity within the institution. According to the law, academics must expose students to a variety of political or ideological frameworks at the risk of their employment status. Opponents have said it will make it harder for Indiana schools to compete with other states for talent. Chicago-based Main Street America has selected Madison Main Street for the 2024 Great American Main Street Award. The organization's highest honor recognizes communities for, quote, their excellence in comprehensive preservation-based commercial district revitalization. Main Street America said in a news release that Madison Main Street was chosen for fostering a welcoming culture, celebrating historic preservation, and supporting community collaboration. Madison Main Street was established in 1979 and is one of the 3 original Main Street pilot programs in the country. Commissioner of the Horizon League, Julie Rowe Lotch, is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond, available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.